What's up, everybody? A while back on my channel, I let you all know that I read the first volume of Saga. So volume 1 does collect the first 5 or 6 issues. Really not sure how many it is. Actually, let me take a quick look here. And I did let you all know that I was not really crazy about this per se, and it's actually the first 6 comics here. I really wasn't blown away by it. I felt like the dialogue was very immature. I felt like there were some shock value moments that just, I don't know, they just felt like shock value for the sake of shock value at the time. And yeah, I wasn't so crazy about this, but a lot of you told me to you know, stick with it. You said the series gets better, and I'm definitely glad that, you know, I did listen, because I have really gotten into Saga, this series. And let me actually show you what I've been reading over the past couple of weeks here. So we have volume 2, which I finished, and I think I did share in a video previously when I picked up volume 2. I've also read volume 3 here. We also got volume 4. Then we got volume 5 that I read most recently. So as far as collected editions go, I think there's up to 8 volumes at this point, with the 9th one coming on the way in October. So yeah, I've really gotten into this series, and I've gotten into the Pops as well, you know, since I have gotten into the comic series. And I will say, you know, once you get past some of the awkwardness up front with this comic, I mean, there's still shock value moments, there's still sometimes dialogue that seems a little immature, but there's a lot of very positive things about this series as well. If you're not familiar with it, I'll just tell you quickly that the main 2 characters here, obviously they are from different races. So you have Alana there, her people, they have wings. Then you have Marco, his people have the horns there, and they're known as magic users. And basically these different races, they're in a war, and it's a war that has kind of sucked in a lot of other races throughout the universe. So yeah, it's a very interesting story, even though it seems like there's like a lot of broad things going on with the war, but at the same time it's a very personal story about the relationship going on here between Marco and Alana, and the fact that they have a child together, which a lot of people didn't even think was possible. They didn't actually think that these different races could even have a child together. And of course, a lot of people are very upset about the fact that these opposing races here, you know, members of these opposing races and also opposing sides in this war actually have a child together. So basically, I mean, most of the series, they are on the run. They're trying to avoid basically hitmen. They don't really call themselves hitmen, but that's what they might as well be, or mercenaries for hire, whatever you want to say. And what I really like about this series is that, and I'm not going to get into spoilers because, you know, some of you are comic fans. I don't want to spoil anything for you in case you do want to check this out. But I will say, I just like how realistic some aspects of it are. Like the, you know, the realistic things they have to deal with within their relationship, and actually being new parents and not really knowing certain things about being parents and having to discover those things. Even with them being on the run, it's not like they're constantly on the run. There's constantly action and all of that. There are some realistic things they have to deal with too, like how are they going to make a living. So yeah, I just really appreciate that realism within this. And like I said, it still has its moments where it goes for shock value, but overall it is a very entertaining series with a lot of interesting characters. And I do want to go ahead and get into the Pops, because I said it previously that I want to see how I feel about the series before I decide whether or not I would really get into the Pop figures. So I shared 2 of them previously on my channel. One of the characters I really like is a character called Lion Cat. And yeah, so I shared these with you previously. I did get the gold variant, which is a BAM exclusive. This was actually the first Saga Pop that I picked up. And then I did order from Skybound Entertainment the glow-in-the-dark Lion Cat, which I shared this in a previous video, that the glow is pretty amazing. So I'm not going to share it in this one, but yeah, I did share it previously. The glow on this is pretty amazing. And since the glow-in-the-dark figure looks so close to the common figure, I'm just not going to worry about the common one. So there's another variant, actually 2 more variants of Lion Cat. And this one here actually comes from Wasatch Pop, which if you're not familiar with his YouTube channel, please make sure that you check him out. He does some of the best pop hunts on YouTube to me. He's really solid with his editing. I like the way he puts everything together there. And yeah, he sent me the Barnes & Noble exclusive Lion Cat, this being the pink variant there. And he did let me know up front that that it would have some box damage. It's not too bad. I mean, there are some issues, like there's some warping here on the back and a crease. I think there's a tear on the corner too, but I'm not really sweating that, just because I don't know what is going on with Barnes & Noble. You would think that Barnes & Noble was a toy store because they have so much box damage going on lately. It's the same thing in my area. Now, if I did happen to come across one that had a solid box, then I probably would pick it up, to keep it as an inbox figure, and then I would take this one out of box. But I'm happy regardless to actually have this one for my collection as well. And again, you see this is the pink Lion Cat, and I'm not going to take it out right now because I got a lot to share in this video. And there is one more Lion Cat variant, which is the Bloody Lion Cat, which I am going to get from my local comic book shop. I'm going to get that from Power Comics. They actually already have it, but they're not selling it yet. They're waiting for Free Comic Book Day, which is when that figure is really supposed to come out. I know a lot of vendors have already sold it early, and I know that the company that it's exclusive to is not happy about that. I want to say it might be with Diamond. I'm not 100% sure, but they're not happy about that, and they put the word out to shops about this. So that's why Power Comics, they're waiting to when they're actually supposed to put it out. So yeah, I will get the Bloody Lion Cat, and then I'll have those 4 Lion Cat variants. Like I said, I'm not going to worry about the common because it looks so similar to the glow-in-the-dark one. And then, of course, I wanted to get the main characters as well. So I think I got this as a part of a hot cash order. I did get Marco, and Marco looks pretty cool there. He has like the flame in his hand. He's holding the sword with him. That sword has pretty big significance within the story. So yeah, Marco looks pretty solid. Definitely like the look of him. They did a good job with him, I would say. And like I said, with the pops in this video, I'm not going to be unboxing right now just because I have so much to share. The next one here, of course, I do have Alana, and I decided to get Alana with Baby Hazel, which is a specialty series figure. So the common Alana, you see her there, she's actually holding that little gun there, which again, that actually figures into the plot too. I like how all these little details actually really do matter within the story. But yeah, I really wanted Alana with the baby, who is very central to the story. I mean, a lot of it is the story is about protecting her. So yeah, I got an amazing deal on this too. I ordered this on eBay from a seller out in California, and I got this for $11 shipped. And that's a great deal, because I mean, the pop itself really should be that price. So the fact that I got it shipped for $11 all together, that was quite a deal. So yeah, very happy to have Alana with Baby Hazel, and also it shipped very quickly as well. I was surprised how fast it showed up. Now, I have a box next to me, and by the way, again, thank you to Wasatch Pop for sending the pink Lion Cat my way. I really do appreciate that. I have a box next to me which I have already opened up, and this box comes from my friend Katt Dee, and within this box there are some more Saga Pop. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out here. Now, obviously, I had to get that Hot Topic exclusive Isabel, which I really do like this character. I'm almost a bit sad because the past couple of issues, I would say maybe the last volume or so, yeah, she hasn't really been in it. So I really do kind of miss her presence. Hope she comes back into the storyline soon. And nobody try to give me any information about where the story goes. I like to be, surprised with this. So yeah, and I'm actually going to keep reading Saga. Of course, I'm going to try to catch myself up before volume 9 comes out in October. So yeah, I really like the design of this. Of course, the lower half of her body is missing. When I first saw this pop, like I shared it in Funko News, I really didn't know exactly what was going on with her. But yeah, the bottom half of her body is missing, and I don't think this is a big spoiler for the comic, but I mean, she stepped on a mine. That's really what it is. She's basically like a victim of the war. So that's why, she's this spirit that has her lower half missing, and that's actually her intestines there, So I mean, it's odd because I mean, it's a very cute figure and everything, but when you think about what's going on with it, it's kind of horrific and almost almost sadly too realistic, you know. But yeah, she actually is pictured there on the back, even though, like I said, she is a Hot Topic exclusive. Okay, so you see which ones I don't have here. I haven't shown you the will yet, but Katt actually did send me the will. I'm about to show you him in just a moment. And Prince Robot the Fourth I don't have yet. I think I did order the comment as part of my hot cash order, the last hot cash order I did. So Prince Robot the Fourth is on the way. As far as the Prince Robot the Fourth and Mourning is concerned, I actually saw that at Barnes & Noble, but all of the boxes were damaged and none of the boxes had the Emerald City Comic Con sticker on them. So I decided to pass, but hopefully I can track that down eventually. Even though he's not really one of my favorite characters, he's I don't even want to say what I would call him necessarily, but you know, just to be kind of a completionist, I do want to go ahead and have him in Mourning as well. But yeah, so like I said, Katt did send me the will right here, and he basically is like one of those mercenaries for hire. And she ordered him, I want to say she ordered him through Hot Topic, because of course when you order with them you get a chance of a chase. So she figured she would try for a chase figure, and lo and behold, I actually did end up with the chase thanks to Katt ordering with Hot Topic. So I definitely appreciate this. And of course what makes him a chase variant, you see here on the side, the mold is not different, but he does have this blood splattering going on. And what I like about the blood splattering for this chase is it's very deliberate. It really does basically represent a moment from the comic. And you know, it's not just randomly splattered on there with the brush. You know, it actually is very deliberate to look like that moment from the comic. So I definitely appreciate that. And by the way, that weapon he's holding there, it almost looks like a broken off lance, but that weapon actually extends, and like it extends very far as well. So that's a pretty dangerous weapon. I really like when that weapon is used within the comic. So yeah, thank you so much, Katt, for, you know, getting me a chase figure here to go along with this Saga collection. So like I said, Prince Robot the Fourth is on the way. I'm definitely looking forward to receiving that pop. And yeah, like I can't say enough about it. I really am glad that I stuck with this Saga series. Thanks to everybody that suggested that I do go ahead and stick with it and continue to read it. And it's one, I gotta say this as well. In reading it, there are some things that I notice about it where I'm like, I don't think this would translate well to film, not live action, maybe animation, but it's one of those comics I feel like was written really just to be a comic. So I almost hope that nobody attempts to take it to live action, because there are so many things that could go wrong with that, you know. And I know, you know, maybe I could be proven wrong in that regard, but I just feel like there are certain comics that just don't translate well. As a matter of fact, before I wrap this up, I do want to, and actually I'm not going to completely wrap it up because I do have something else that Katt sent me here that I definitely got to share. But I do want to point out though that I just saw the Venom trailer, and I think Venom is one of those characters that he cannot translate perfectly to film. I know some people already are saying they're not crazy about the look of Venom, but honestly, I don't know what more they could do to take Venom and put him on film. You know, you put him on film, he's gonna look kind of silly to a certain extent, but I think they are trying their best with him. And you know, of course, we got to give it more time to see what the full effects are going to look like, how he's going to look, you know, in motion and everything within the movie. You know, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it is very tough to translate certain comics onto film. Katt did something that was pretty cool as well. I told her that I've been following this series, and she had a feeling that I probably would have gotten to volume 5 already, so she sent me volume 6. And I have not read this yet. You know, I just received this. So that was a really good move on Katt's part. I mean, that's, you know, that's just a friend there that's, you know, paying attention to what's going on. And you know, this is very thoughtful. I really do like this. So, yeah, I cannot wait to get in this, especially the way the last issue left off with, I'll say this about the series too, and this is not a spoiler, but yeah, they are not afraid to kill major characters. So with the way that this left off, I'm very interested to see where this goes. Also, time is advancing a lot within the series. Years are actually passing by. So yeah, I'm very much interested to see and where, you know, where this goes. So I probably will get into reading this tonight, like right after this recording. But yeah, this is very cool. Oh, and this character, that's actually Marco's mom getting tatted up there. I have to see what that's about. But yeah, because his mom she's a tough lady. But Yeah, thank you so much, Katt, for sending this my way. Again, thank you, Wasatch Pop, for contributing also to my Saga collection here. If you are a fan of the series, let me know what you're thinking about it, you know, and do you think that it could actually translate to live action? I think especially Prince Robot the Fourth and, you know, his people, that would be very tough to translate without it looking goofy, you know. But yeah, let me know what you think about that possibility. And if you're not interested in the series, let me know, are you considering hopping on board and reading the series? I definitely expect more from the series from Funko, because when they did their unboxing of these figures, they seem very enthused about it, you know, like they really want to do more, maybe even a SDCC exclusive. We'll see. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, just let me know in general what you think about Saga. That's going to do it for this video, and I will talk to you all again real soon.